our law firm SEO educational series, we're getting pretty deep already. We have an idea how to build a strategy. We understand the foundation of Google business profiles. Now we understand technical SEO aspects. The next natural question is how to scale your content. Meaning, the keyword pool you're ranking for is potential customers. So the more these keywords, also known as articles or pages, are published on your website, you'll be able to drive more traffic. That's essentially the core of successful SEO campaign. Now, let's not forget Google business profiles. Those drive a lot of traffic as well, but it's a different asset than actual page that drives traffic back to your website. There's good balance between both, but scaling the organic traffic is a big factor to drive more leads to your website and obviously drive more cases. So in this chapter, I want to give you a couple ideas and fundamental concepts to think about when scaling your law firm SEO content strategy. For this example, I recently did a law firm SEO case study review on this website, johnfoy.com. Well, John Foy has been advertising aggressively for 10 plus years. He's been doing billboards, TV ads, and he never forgot about SEO. And I thought that was really impressive that they've done that. So here's some interesting things about he has also multi-location hub, has also practice area breakdown. Now, what's interesting with these practice area pages, you'll see if I click on truck accident, okay, this goes to Atlanta truck accident lawyer page. We talked about dynamic silos. These are dynamic silos. If I click to Columbus page, it's going to serve me only Columbus pages. That's a really good user experience because if I land on this page from Columbus, why would I see other locations? Columbus is only one that matters to me. However, it does link out to other car accident pages, and then they have these FAQ sections that break out in a lot deeper content hubs. And these content hubs are the ones driving a lot of traffic. Now, how much traffic are we talking about? I want to switch to Ahrefs, the tool we have familiarized ourselves with. And you can see that John Foy is driving around 200,000 visitors a month, and he is indexed for almost 100,000 keywords. That is really high number. Now, it didn't happen overnight. We can see that this number has been reached in 5 years ago, he was already ranking for 30-something thousand keywords, but this number has incrementally grown over especially the last 3-4 years. Now, can you reach these numbers? What has to be done? Is it some magic? Not at all. It's very focused production work based on certain type of keywords. If you go to the section called top pages, we can see what keywords are driving the most traffic for them. Now, it's interesting, he's using this FAQs URL folder. And after this FAQs, we can see that there's a lot of traffic just under these FAQs articles. Now, what does that mean for us? We can take a look at what is their site structure and start getting inspired by some of these ideas. So if we do URL contains FAQ, we can see what those pages are. We can see at what age does Social Security disability start. Now, John Foy, he's targeting not just personal injury, he's targeting also sub-practice areas like workers' comp. Again, these are the opportunities where you can scale out your website and drive new, highly valuable leads just like they have done. How far back will SSD pay? How much can I earn in a month? So just a ton of content that is put on his site. Now, when you look at some of these articles, start analyzing how did they structure the page, okay? You can use that same Ahrefs Chrome tool. You can see here who qualifies for workers' compensation in Georgia. Very important that these type of articles are written on state level. You want to target natural questions people are asking. This way you're answering them. And here you can actually see how long the page has to be and what are these little requirements. How did they write these pages? So how can you get inspired? You can even copy these headings, go to Google Doc, put this in, and give it to a writer. If anything, you can even test some of the ChatGPT writing, but not going to be as good as an actual writer with Juris Doctor and which understands the laws and they can really get into more specific details. But this can be a good outline that you can give to someone to write content for you. Okay, let's go back to our Seattle example because I want to make this applicable. Now, there's a little tool, actually trick, not so much as a tool that you can do. It's called sitemap.xml. What this little shortcut does, if you put that on any website, you can see all of the pages, or at least majority of the pages they're telling Google to index. Okay? So what's really cool about this is you can get a lot of ideas for content. So for instance, if I go on John Foy's site and I want to see all of the category pages that he had, I can go to this category sitemap. Okay? Oh, actually, I want to see these FAQs because those are really interesting. So now I can see all of his FAQs. But what's interesting, they're split out by categories. So now if I said, you know what, I really want to scale my car accident supporting content in state of Georgia, I'm going to go on this page. Okay. So this page itself is just, let's see, what is it optimized for? Car accidents FAQ, nothing really, right? What to know about car accidents in Georgia. But now you can see these H2 tags, how to negotiate a settlement nationwide. So what's going to happen here is I can copy all these headings. We'll go back here. And this can be my content that I need for my supporting pages. Again, all this will be written for Georgia. This is not one page. These are separate articles that I will use as supporting content. Now, let's not forget, there's something called pagination. So then there's more. So we'll go back here and copy these. Here was my example of the copied pages, okay? So I'm gonna take all these, I wanna put them in Google Sheets so it's a little bit more visual. Okay. How to negotiate settlement with Nationwide, Allstate. How to negotiate settlement with USAA. Okay. So how long does a car accident claim take to settle? How to get a police report in a respective city. I'm sure they have location pages in those cities. How to negotiate settlement with Geico. Okay. Boom. We just finished. That was our first page, right? Let's delete this. What to know about car accidents in Georgia. How to negotiate settlement with State Farm. Game insurance adjusters play and how to beat them. And just list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So in result, you have really deep content hub that you can replicate from your top competitors. Okay. Now, do you want to do everything exactly the same? Possibly. But again, this is where it comes down to your SEO strategy and full understanding of those content gaps. Who are you up against? How much content do they have compared to you? Well, let's jump back to our friends. Here's Injury Law. I want to take a look at their sitemap. How much content they are publishing. Okay, so let's go to their posts and pages. Those are usually difference between posts and pages. Pages are usually your practice area type pages, and posts are more like blog post types. So they have some content. I want to see how all they're structured. Because as we saw on John Foy's sites, it was just nicely structured. Okay, there is a category. This is the car accident category. Car crash into drive-in pileup. Okay. So they're trying to create more contextual relevance around pileup. It can be a victim, personal injury, accident. Okay, sure. All right, so there is some content. Now, would we say this content is similar to John Foy's? I don't think so. It's kind of general, and I'm not sure if it's even helping our ranking. So what I like to do is, let's go back to sitemap for posts. Okay, these were our posts. What I will do now is just compare their sitemap to the top competitor we saw before. So let's take a look at their site. Okay, smaller, which is good. They're not trying to overcomplicate things. So let's look at their posts. Okay. Oh, welcome to our blog. Okay. What is actual called? These are some old. So let's see. How to prove a driver was distracted. Let's see if this content is focused on Seattle or Washington State. That's a big pet peeve for me if the supporting content is not focused on the state laws. Otherwise, it's really pointless to have this content. Okay, let's go back to this list. This is the personal injury claim timeline. Again, in this process, see, this article should be talking about Washington State. Okay, there was one mention. Filing and discovery. In the negotiation periods, yeah, I would like to see more inclusion of the state laws. That would definitely elevate this content. To sum this up, content strategies is a never-ending process. I gave you guys a couple of tools and ideas how you can come up with your content plan, and then based on your resources, you apply it in either 30, 60, 90-day cycles. You bring on a team of qualified writers and you start executing. Make sure you're not cannibalizing yourself. Make sure pages are optimized correctly. But for the most part, main content that you will be writing is your main practice area pages, location pages, and then covering every topic in the world to support the main practice area questions people might have, just like we saw the ones on John Foy website.